We've got here a Google Sheet and we want to be able to tick this to show that a task is completed, but we also want to record when that happens. Now on the keyboard, if you hold Control and press semicolon, you get today's date. If you hold Control and Shift and semicolon, you get right now in time. If you hold Control Alt Shift and semicolon, you get the time and date. But we don't want to have to press Control Alt Shift semicolon every time that we tick this task completed. We just want to be able to tick one of these and a now should show up. Now the problem we're facing is if we type in equals now, sure that gives us now, but if we tick this box here, it changes to a new now. You might think, well, how about we do equals if D3 equals true, then now, otherwise nothing. Press enter, it gives us nothing, which is what we want until that box is ticked. So we tick it and we get now. But if we copy this down and then tick these, we can see that now for then is being updated. So that's not going to work. Instead, we'll use a new formula that's just been released last year. So we'll start with equals lambda. Now this lambda is quite different from other formulas and functions that you're used to in Google Sheets and Excel. The first thing we need to do is name a variable. Now in this case, we're going to have two variables. One of them is going to be now, the now function, and the other one is going to be what cell we're selecting. So we'll start off with our first variable and we can call it now. Then our second variable is going to be cell. Then we'll put a comma, and now comes our formula expression. Our formula is going to say if, and then open a bracket, cell, then now. Else, nothing. Close that bracket, close the lambda bracket. Now, as you can see, it's already looking weird, but now it's going to get a little bit weirder. We're going to open up another bracket, and that's not how functions usually work in Google Sheets. Now this bracket is going to tell what is now and cell. Now is just going to be the now function, and cell is going to be, in this case, D3. I'm going to close that bracket, press enter, and we get 1258.53. That's right now. I'm just going to delete all of these, and I might update this timestamp to date time. Click on that. Now let's copy this formula down and see what happens when we click this task completed. I'm going to tick that and we get 12:59.15. That's right now. Now, if I click this new one, this should remain as then and not update to now. So I click this and we get a now in cell C4, but C3 hasn't updated, which is exactly what we want. Let's continue. Let's do the next one. Click on that. We get 12:59.42. Again, the previous ones have not updated, and these won't update until we change these. So if I untick and retick that, this is now changed. So this formula only changes time when we change whatever's in D3. Now that works just fine for checkboxes, but what if we don't have checkboxes? If we just delete this and we want to type something in, let's say task completed by. And let's say that I completed something, so I put my name in here. And you can see we get an error. Now this value error is saying that hash, my name, is text and not Boolean. Boolean means true or false, or 1 and 0. So this formula can't read my name. All we need to do is click on the cell inside the if function and wrap it with a len. Len is just length. So it's saying if the length is not 0, then respond with now. Let's just copy and paste this down. Let's say that someone else completes a task and we get a new time updated to now, while the previous task is updated to then. So as we go down, whoops, that was the wrong thing. As we go down, we can input new data, and these times record the actual time that it was completed, and these won't change unless the task completed by a cell is changed. So that's how we can record static timestamps without them updating every time we click something new. Super functional, and if you want a challenge, I want you to think about how we could use the same process to create a random number. This might be helpful, for example, if you're creating IDs for each customer or consumer for your business. Now, if you're lazy like I am and you don't want to actually figure it out and you just want to be given the answer, I'm going to leave this file in the description and in the pinned comment down below so you can see how these static timestamps work and how you can create that randomized number system. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.